Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is another Hollywood celebrities dropping like M&F and flies and related stuff. Apparently, Alan Ruck, I never knew the guy's name, but it's perfect for him. There's a new theory out there that his electronic vehicle, his Rivian, well, here, let's just read it. The crash involving Succession and Ferris Bueller actor Alan Ruck may have been related to his electronic pickup's high-tech features, law enforcement tell TMZ. Ruck 67 was stopped behind another car at an intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea Avenue on Halloween night, when his Rivian R1T suddenly lunged forward and hit the car in front of him. His truck then careened across lanes of Trackvis, hitting another vehicle before slamming into Ralphio's Pizza. No one inside the restaurant was hurt, and no one was seriously hurt in any of the vehicles. Ruck cooperated with police, who quickly ruled out the possibility that the actor was intoxicated or had committed a crime, a spokesman for the Los Angeles Police Department told KTLA. He told witnesses at the scene that he had no idea what happened and expressed concern for those he hit. According to TMZ, law enforcement believe the crash could be related to the fact that Alan's truck is brand spanking new and super high tech, the entertainment news site reported. What exactly caused the truck to accelerate is still unknown. You know, there's all these automatic driving features now in some of these vehicles. And, you know, there was a movie called, I think it was called Upgrade, where this guy was paralyzed and he was given an upgrade. Well, the way it works, him and his wife were in a car that was self-driving, and the car went and crashed in a neighborhood that they weren't intending to go in. It took control of itself, and then some people came and killed his wife and paralyzed him. And the guy who took control of his car then put an upgrade chip in his body, and he was able to walk again, and the upgrade chip eventually took over the guy's, spoiler alert, his system. But they had these self-driving cars that could be hijacked. And, you know, we've seen this in other science fiction movies and TV shows, that if you give up control of your car, then it can be controlled by whoever, right? And so, you know, that's what appears to be happening here. And he had a brand new Rivian, and the thing just decided to plow into a pizza shop. Or some other story. Andy Cohen begs CNN to reverse its New Year's Eve live alcohol ban. They need to let us drink. It's New Year's Eve. I haven't heard anything yet, but come on, they need to let us drink. It's New Year's Eve. They didn't go well last year in terms of viewer happiness about us drinking. People really cared, and I hope CNN gives people what they want. Or you could just be an adult and you know, the obsession with alcohol, and you see it even like science fiction TV shows and movies where people are still drinking alcohol. You know, you don't have to drink. You know, for most people, it isn't a good thing. It's not healthy. It's not, you know, it doesn't have a positive effect in your life. Killer whale sink yacht after 45-minute attack, Polish tour company says. A group of workers managed to sink a yacht off of the coast of Morocco last week after its 45-minute attack on a vessel caused irreparable damage, a Polish tour company said. You know, things are getting reals out there. Speaking of which...
Okay, this is Nico having a temper tantrum, getting ready for a show, and now she just said, "Why are you crying?" Nico, are you done? This is what I go through every day, and people think I have a crying baby up here. I will show you. It's really just Nico. Nico. You are such a baby. Yes, you are. Now people are coming in because you were crying. Okay, let's go impress these kids, okay?
That's wild. Former Super Bowl champion Matt Ulrich dies. Indianapolis corner Jim Irsay, who's an alcoholic, or seems like he's always drunk, Announced former player Matt Ulrich has died at 41. Does it say heartbroken? He said he's heartbroken. They don't have a cause of death yet, but I would assume it is. Official cause of death has not been released. Cardiac arrest, probably. Influencer Luana Angrade, 29, dies following liposuction complications. Now, she looks like a number of other influencers who have died. They all kind of look the same. These instaghoul models. So I thought this might have been somebody who already I covered, but this is a story from November 8th. So there's just all these influencers, young women dying. One died from butt surgery. She died from, last saw her smiling in her favorite gym, went into cardiac arrest during surgery. So she was getting liposuction. She died of liposuction. I mean, what's going on here? And, and isn't that cheating? Isn't that cheating, Luana? Marvel's review, the worst MCU movie yet. The trailer looks god-awful. The Marvel's trailer. And they don't even get into... And The Eternals was a pretty bad movie. I covered that. And Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was one of the worst movies ever made. I mean, in terms of the amount of money they spent. But this one is... barely, it was directed by a woman, of course. Once again, we get MCU film that is littered with insider techno-babble. It's impossible to follow. Once again, you get into the MC film featuring characters we don't care a lick about, even though they beg us to, like meowing cats at feeding time. Once again, we get the MCU film that we're told cost $270 million to make and appears to be as pricey as a season episode of Stargate SG-5. Once again, we trudge to the end of an MCU film, the 33rd Moaning. How much longer can this godforsaken cinematic universe possibly drag on? Knowing Disney's ravenous appetite for cold repetition, I shudder at the potential answer. The Marvels requires Homer for basic understanding of its plot. You need to watch at least 2 Disney Plus series, Miss Marvel and WandaVision, and the awful 2019 film Captain Marvel, just to know who the characters are. And once you do, there is, I watched a little bit of this. This was a horrible, this is some girl who is connected to Captain, she gets a suit or something, and it is a bad show. I mean, it's like a Marvel TV show that's like on the level of Head of the Class, or what's the name of that show? With Screech in it, whatever that was. Those kind of shows, right? Saved by the Bell. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, a.k.a. Carol Danvers, is too powerful till roughly a third of the personality of Mr. Spock. This is Miss Marvel, just whatever again. We know the issues, but here's the villain, and it's all women, right? And that's the issue here, because when I grew up, I think all my friends, most of the kids in my school, read comic books. Most boys read comic books. I didn't know any girls that read comic books, right? Comic books are very specifically targeted towards men. And the Marvel universe and the Marvel movies were also targeted towards men. And women got kind of into them, some of them. These are action movies. But now feminists have tried to take over and hijack the whole... It's just feminism and wokeism, and they've taken something that was, a place of refuge from all that crap, right? And they're trying to inject this feminist stuff in it. And it's women just fighting women. And, in a way, Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, who I've realized sucks as an actor. And, he doesn't care what he does. If you see those commercials with Spike Lee that he does around the NCAA tournament, I mean, they're horrific. But, this is going to be the worst Marvel movie. And it was when I heard the title and I saw the trailer. Woman goes into hospital for colon surgery, wakes up to a hysterectomy after doctors found tumor cemented to her uterus. Doesn't look very happy there. Looks very ghoulish. So They better show her the better see the tumor. It says here, went to the hospital for a colectomy in September 2023. Was getting surgery to repair her colon, which had ruptured after a long battle with chronic pain, constipation, and inflammation. And then, but instead, Devin woke up to the news that she had stage 3 colon cancer, and while she was under anesthesia, doctors had to give her a hysterectomy because she shared a TikTok, and as she shared in a TikTok that was seen by 1.5 million people, everything was like concrete.
Hi, TikTok.
Hi, girl in hospital.
Anyways, I'm currently sitting in a hospital bed because I just had surgery to save my life. Today I got some pretty shitty news that I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. So, watching all these TikTok videos and stuff, I thought maybe this could be a place for me to be. I'm gonna cry. My husband's right here.
Hey.
Trying to be like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm scared. And people kept saying I was a hypochondriac and that it was just like constipation or,
Okay, so this kind of hard to watch. So here she is. Her videos are called The Bathroom Chronicles. So she's been talking about.
So, one thing that I've really noticed that is really difficult in a relationship or a marriage and having a cancer diagnosis is being intimate, being close and connected.
So I don't know when her. Let's go back here. There's her husband.
Wow, Christina. I'm sorry that everything that my wife is posting in her journey with cancer is making you this angry. You may want to speak with someone about that. It's one thing to make...
They're Canadian. I don't know what's going on here, but this is kind of funny.
Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
Mr. President, if there were not an Israel, we'd have to invent one.
If there wasn't an Israel, we'd have to invent one. Good for you, Jojo Magoo. This is wild.
So I get there's a labor shortage. I get there's wage increases and a number of other things, but $16 for a burger, a large fry, and a drink. It's just crazy. McDonald's. So I get there's a...
Well, that is crazy, right? Okay, so I just want to add this here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's not a very clear picture, but I took a screenshot of this thing. And it says, one double smoky BLT OPC large and one large Sprite. And it's from Post Falls, Idaho. There's, must be some sort of a meal, like a combination where you get a burger, a fries, and a drink with it, and that's $5.19, and with tax it's $16. And my wife, I showed her this, and she thought it was maybe California where they have astronomical prices, but this is in Idaho, which I guess maybe it's a little bit more expensive there in the Northwest. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not, but it's not a rich place like California. California, everything's taxed to the brim, and it's just very expensive in California. You see that they have much higher prices there, but I don't know about Idaho. So that's what they're paying in McDonald's, right, for something that's going to kill you. It's like death food, right? And $16 for a meal for one person at McDonald's, this is inflation's much worse than they're letting on. Joe Biden corn maze. Me, God, I could really use this sign right now. God, suffer. That's great. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak hospitalized in Mexico City after giving speech at World Business Forum, report says. It seems like he's suffered another stroke, and I guess he's had more than one. I think I've covered that. This is maybe my favorite video that somebody sent me on instaghoul. I've seen a lot of them that are funny. Like, there have been funny videos and good videos. But I think this is the best one.
Stop!
It's totally slay. You're being ostracized.
This is not slay. This is stupid. I don't want to see any more of this.
That's rude. Don't call us stupid.
Don't call you stupid.
Yeah.
This kid's wearing a hoodie when it's 115 degrees outside. And you're telling me not to call you stupid. Kai failed her driver's permit test 3 times. The permit test. Destiny, you tried to make Rice Krispie treats for the bake sale and you tried to melt the Rice Krispies. Give me a break. Don't call you stupid. Put this up here. Stop.
Brittany tried to melt the Rice Krispies. She tried to melt the Rice Krispies. Come on, Brittany. You can do better, right? That was just wonderful. So I'm watching this, and it's not Brittany, it's Destiny. Right? Which is it's like she's guaranteed to be a stripper now. And so it wasn't even Brittany, it was Destiny. Destiny melted the Rice Krispie treats. And, go ahead and buy that poll there. Maybe that's why I was thinking Brittany. Judge sides with Katy Perry to evict disabled veteran from his home. Way to go, Katy. More stuff with her. She had this thing. She battled it out with some nuns. I mean, Katie's just a, real piece of crap. Here's the guy here. And Katie got him out of the home. Well, good for you, Katie. So I have this picture. I think my wife sent it to me, and I have it down on my lower toolbar. Cardiac arrest can happen to anyone at any time, at any age. It's been coming up every time I have another picture that I put on my toolbar. This one pops up. And I always forget to put it in these videos, so finally I'm putting it here. But it has a kid, and it shows the kid's heart, and the kid's an athlete, a hockey player. And it has these various signs, potential warning signs. And, the normalization of kids having cardiac arrest. I mean, it was a sick time we live in. Okay, so I'm going to try to do a video on my other channel, a bonus video today, a shorter one, about the Israeli war, RFK Jr., a little bit more stuff on him, and censorship in general. And it's hopefully going to be a short video, but who knows. But anyways, I'll try to continue making more videos on this channel. I got to get back into a routine again here. But that's it for this one. Only spirituality will save this world. It's Paul Romano, definitely pointing to the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.